in offensive rating. They are a top 10 defensive rated team at 7. The Bucks control the opening tap underway at the Amway Center as Milwaukee, their 52nd game. Chris Middleton opens with a corner 3-ball. Point game 3 of 8 on threes on Thursday night. A victory over Philadelphia. Vucevic missed 3 that time. And Matthews for his 11th 30-15-5 game. The rest of the league has combined for
his ability to move without the basketball to create open shots for himself. Great back cut against Wes Matthews, who was overplaying.
Orlando double.
Gordon's got the kind of body that should present some issues at the defensive end for Giannis. What a just really good story in terms of a young man with a lot of talent. #1 pick. I thought he was getting some bad advice from his trainer, Keith Williams.
Evan Fournier took a shot on Fultz, and it might turn out to be a pretty good shot.
Well, #1 pick in the draft. You know, that's just how highly regarded he was.
Look at the last 8 games.
That's the thing about Dante. You always say if he knocks down that outside shot consistently.
Look, he was able to get it to Aaron Gordon. Hey. A reverse.
As a defender, you could get your feet just locked in cement.
Chris Middleton.
Time to showcase the offensive skills of Chris Middleton.
Hey, it's a nice pass. Lopez, well done. Best in Chicago during All-Star Weekend. He's been there twice before. Bledsoe, Glasser, good.
Bull also has a big, he can make shots, so I think it's gonna be fun.
And Jimmy.
Either Captain Cross picked on the starting 5, which I found very interesting.
Yeah, averaging, adding that 24 points to the differential.
He likes
anything on the line at all, kind of gets them going.
Exactly. Gary Clark went down. Giannis finds Pat Connaughton for 3. Foul was on DiVincenzo. Side court inbound situation. Terrence Ross, pretty tough games by an average margin of 17.3 points per. So no need to adjust. Ilyasova, the inbounder. Giannis with a beautiful pass.
Shows us what it used to be like.
First foul on Carter Williams. Korver, a couple of 10 days with Orlando last season. He signed
in such vogue in this league, and his inability to knock it down consistently.
Eric.
It's just tough to play guys like that because the defense just loads up. Some of the other young defenders who've never really matched up against them before. Good job.
9 points.
Good job, Bledsoe. Rear contest.
Fournier.
Giannis trying to get something out in transition early.
That's the 5th made 3 for Orlando. Giannis on a drive and dunk.
Level, but that's how good these guys are.
2 games with Houston last season. He's on the 2nd of apparent. Some days you feel quite simply that if you can't hit the 3, you're in trouble in this league right now.
Yeah, no matter how big you are. Big guy out of Duke. I've always, liked him enough. Not in love with him, but liked him. Plays hard. Good defensive.
On 3, and it rattles out. Corbett.
Before the thing is 10 feet away from him, knowing that you got the perfect shot.
The Bucks have their biggest lead in Butch League overall, .99. They don't score 1 point per possession. Lopez gets 3 on that. Bledsoe. Oh, how about it? Just over 4 minutes in the quarter. Evan Fournier gets to the paint. Goes outside for the 3. Well, we talked about him reclaiming his career. Fultz is playing in his 85th NBA game as
imbalance with the shoulders.
Running out, Bledsoe.
Wow. What approaching athletic Markelle Fultz, and how was he able to finish that?
Fournier.
Point line.
Giannis, yes.
Especially the numbers and the relative to the minutes played.
Chris Middleton.
Middleton, it gives you a shot. So a lot of those moves because of Chris Middleton.
I like what the Clippers did, getting Marcus Morris. Giannis. Defensive Player of the Year if you're really paying attention.
Well, and that's my point. I mean, you look at.
Wow. But he does night in and night out to see that defensive resistance and what he brings on that end, don't you?
To really
He's just hit his 4-3. He's 4 for 5. He came ready today. Giannis' intensity on both ends is incredible. And it is consistent. Brook Lopez.
Significantly altered by Brook's presence.
Vucevic 0 for 7 on threes. Brook Lopez beats him.
Gordon was just a handful of guys. Wow. See, and talk about
NBA MVP.
Yep.
You won that award twice, did you not? Vucevic.
Yes, I've read varying accounts. It wasn't as big of a deal when I was a player.
He posted his 43rd double-double of the season. Vucevic, after the game, fairly early arrival on a Saturday night. He'll get ready for Sacramento, Orlando. Evan Fournier and Vucevic.
2 Euros, Vucevic and Fournier both averaging just under 19 points a game this year. Wouldn't know it by looking at them tonight, though. Good weak side read.
Brook for 3.
Up to handle the smaller ones too, and he's been doing it all year long, and he deserves credit for it. Jim.
A 3-pointer.
Yeah, we've seen worse.
Wes Iwundu, less than 3 minutes in the third quarter.
That's how it happens.
The hoop doesn't want it right now on the Bucks end of the floor. Here's Terrence Ross. And three-pointer.
Thing free from behind.
Gary Clark finds Connor Williams, and he goes to more.
Energy, some point production, a lot better defense.
Moving the ball a little bit better. Magic, and they've only allowed 97.1 by Orlando. Bledsoe and 1 foul by Bamba. Set to 14 if you're wondering, for the side court inbound from 10. Off the glass, Michael Carter Williams.
We know him as a really sound defensive player. In his effort to set a screen, brought Carter Williams back into the play. Break down.
Well, the Bucks have 13 more rebounds than Orlando in this game. Giannis leading the way with 15. Marquette. We wanted Lopez to do this. We just had Robin Lopez applauding something that his brother did.
You got to give it up. You know you're doing.
I haven't seen.
Did have a 20-point game in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Robin.
Wow. Semi-spectacular night, 19, 13, and 6. And some good defense.
Vucevic works.
Super clean looks. Idea, hey, they have these other guys beat us from the outside, and so far that's what's happened.
Terrence Ross remaining in Orlando. Brook Lopez, as Dario said, a season-high 23 points. Dante DiVincenzo drive. I remember that flying pig. It's been a long time since I've heard that.
That stuff kind of works still, too.
That flying pig play. Mentioning Lopez, 23 points, 5 of 5 on 3-point shooting today. But the pass couldn't score. Bledsoe spins and scores. Eric. Terrence Ross turns the corner and scores, and the only thing he hasn't done is make a 3.
Nice cut. Get in there for him. Get in there for him. Stretch. But, tighten up the defense and find ways to make buckets when needed.